Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Two in the Cooler. Kind of a cool announcement up top. I think so. We're taking over we're doing that Clubhouse app. It's like an app. You go in if you haven't heard of it. You set up these rooms and people can talk. We're gonna start doing a room on Clubhouse for the Who Would Win. So we're gonna be doing that on Friday afternoons, probably like 12:30. People can jump in and talk about, the Who Would Win before they go vote in the Instagram story if they want to make up their mind, or if they're dead set on it. They're like, this is who's going to win. Anybody who votes different is a fucking idiot. Come into the room, talk on it. So I'll be doing those on Clubhouse. We don't have a Two in the Cooler account, so it's just at Andrew Cannon on Clubhouse. So check it out on there. And we're going to start doing that tomorrow with the first Who Would Win. Then we've got this, and it's a pretty good one this week. A lot of different takes on it here. We got a good episode. Andrew Logar's back. We had to, some of these guys, we had them on the podcast when we were doing it remotely. We got to have them into the studio. Check it out. They're fun to hang out with, especially Logar. We had a good time. Before we get into the episode, obviously got to start paying those bills. First and foremost, this episode of Two in the Cooler is brought to you in affiliation with Instacart. Instacart, it's not just for groceries. You can get some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your door in as little as 1 hour. And you can also do groceries, which is what I like to do because I hate the grocery store. I can't stand it. I had to go yesterday on my way home from work, and I was dreading it the entire day, to be perfectly honest with you. I just can't stand... Dude, this lady, we almost hit carts or whatever, so I was like, oh, excuse me. She didn't even look at me, dude. She kind of gave me... I could tell she was giving me the side eye, like she was just trying to see me in her peripheral or whatever, but she was like, nope, nothing, not even... All common courtesy goes out of the grocery store, so just avoid that and start using Instacart. Their delivery people will handle all of that for you. They're the best in the business. They're great at it. And the best part is right now, Two in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $35 or more. Just use the link in the episode description, whether you're watching or listening, and start using Instacart. This episode of Two in the Cooler, another way we pay the bills around here is through merch. Teespring.com/store/Two in the Cooler, or just hit the link in our bio on Twitter. Or search it on Teespring. Go to teespring.com. Check it out. We've got all kinds of great quality items on there. The shirts, the T-shirts in particular, it's starting to get warmer out there, folks. The T-shirts are really nice. You're not going to want to get caught without one. Okay, they're so soft. They fit great. They're the best. They're the best. I'll tell you what. Little secret here. I honestly get basically all my T-shirts at Target. I like the fit. I like the feel. And these feel like they've got that Target softness. And the people that know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. They got that Target softness. Teespring.com. We've got logo merch. We've got Matt Can't Read. We've got the hashtag pizza tipping, obviously. Imagine walking around. The pizza tipping long sleeves are pretty popular, but there's a tank top on there, I think. And imagine walking around with a pizza tipping tank top. I don't know. Sounds like a cool guy to me, but whatever. I'm a little biased. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on social media, and definitely subscribe to the YouTube. We're posting all kinds of clips and stuff on there, full episodes. You can check them out, or hopefully you're watching it on there right now. So we appreciate you guys for doing that. All right, folks. Here is the episode. Andrew Logar. Follow him at Andy Edits Hockey on Instagram. Thanks for listening.
Now we are.
Yeah, now we're live.
Now we're live.
Boom. Andrew Logar, back again.
On today's episode.
Thanks for being here, pal.
Yep.
Last time you were on, you recorded from your porch.
Oh yeah. Had a little Wi-Fi trouble, so I had to run out to the porch really quick, but in the studio now.
Yeah, we're in the stew.
What a long way we've come.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel like part of having the studio now is we've been having a lot of people who we had on before
back
in to experience it in the studio, so we can get a better, a little something going.
We share the love.
Yeah, it's different when we've got people in person and stuff like that.
For sure, it's way better than the Wi-Fi on my front porch. A little bit warmer too.
Yeah,
so
which is nice.
Bad. Yeah.
One thing we have to address right away is For those of you who don't know, can't tell because of the hat, Andrew Logar is rocking a perm right now.
Yep. Yes, I am. Fresh.
You're going to take it off? Okay. They want to see it.
You're going to peel it?
Oh.
Yes. Stare straight at that one.
Yeah.
No, right at that camera.
That one?
Yeah. Now give him a side view. Give him a side view.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good. That's good stuff.
Yeah, shout out Straight Faded, Cut and Shave.
Yeah, that's
Master
the boy.
Barber, Russell Jackman. He gives you the straightest fades.
That's the boy.
So is that
confirmed.
like a real perm?
Oh, yeah, that's the real deal.
What do? They put something on your head, or do you have to sit under a thing?
They perm it.
Yeah, they sit there and they like comb a little bit at a time and twist it up in there and then let it sit for like 20 minutes or whatever.
Like a Legally Blonde style perm where like you can't shower if you're gonna kill your stepdad or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping I'm able to shower or else I don't gotta kill my stepdad. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, Legally Blonde just got put on Netflix, by the way. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not. That's a
Yeah,
good movie though.
yeah,
I'll
so-
never forget the first time I saw it.
Bend and
I was
Snap.
in like elementary school. I was like, this movie's gonna suck, and then Bend and Snap, and I was like, this is
Yeah, this movie's top 5.
Yeah,
Bend and Snap. Yeah, all right.
Works every
past
time.
that now that we got Legally Blonde talk out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean we haven't been up to much. Kind of a scramble to get the pod in this week. I've got a lot going on, and Andy's does whatever Andy does, and Wayne doesn't do shit. Actually,
Come on.
he does. He has a very good, steady job right now as the night janitor at Planet Fitness.
Oh yeah, yep. Go in there, scrub that place clean, and yeah, actually we're open 24 hours now, so back to work and behind the front desk for a little bit, but it is what it is. You know.
So what are your hours?
I go in at 11 p.m. every night. Well,
And what
Sunday
till-
through Thursday.
Till when? Like 8 or 7?
No, I've been going until 5, but
Oh, okay.
because then the morning people come in at 5, which is kind of funny. Like I'm going to bed when
Yeah.
these kids are waking up and coming in, but you know, to each his own, whatever.
How busy is it? Like you got to get some. Wait, which Planet Fitness is it?
It's on Sheridan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you get some weirdos coming in there or what?
Honestly, not too many people.
Yeah.
Not too many people want to work out at 2:30 in the morning. Believe it or not.
I don't know
But,
why. It's the best
yeah.
time to get a pump in.
That
Honestly, it's not bad. Gym's empty, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd say that's a sign that it's a bad time to invest in cocaine because if nobody's going to the gym, then I feel like that means cocaine numbers are way down.
Well, yeah, there's that sign on the boulevard that says, like, don't trust your cocaine. So that's
Yeah.
probably why
Yeah.
people haven't been doing as much cocaine because they see that sign. And
But
they're
isn't
like,
that
"Oh,
sign
wait a
like
minute."
for free cocaine testers?
No, it's for it says don't trust your cocaine, carry Narcan.
Oh, so if you do overdose, like
Yeah, you can just
you're
hit,
ready.
if you get some
Okay.
fentanyl in there, you just hit
Yeah.
yourself with some Narcan.
Yeah, right.
Whoa,
So they're
I've
still
never
like
heard
they're
of that.
actually promoting you to do it more. I feel like.
Yeah, they're just saying like no, seriously, there's a sign just says pretty much like maybe carry Narcan with you if you and your buddies are doing cocaine.
Yeah, you'll probably be fine if you carry this. So
Yeah.
we don't want want you to do cocaine.
I think it'd
but
definitely be
it could
fine if you
backfire.
have it. Unless, well, the problem is that if you carry one per friend group and everybody starts doing the same cocaine, then you're gonna need more than one shot by the
Yeah.
time you figure out that somebody's gonna overdose on it.
Yeah.
I saw this. I was watching,
BYON, bring your own Narcan.
I was watching this show that's like all about different drugs and stuff.
Oh, Ted Lasso.
You knew that right away.
Yeah.
No, that's not the show.
Oh, my bad.
I thought you nailed it.
Have you ever seen Ted Lasso?
No.
No, that's yeah.
On Apple Plus. I hear that's really good.
You've
Sudeikis-
never seen it?
No, I never saw it.
It's
But I
actually
like
funny.
Jason Sudeikis.
It's both funny and heartwarming.
That's what I hear. I hear it's pretty good. But I like that Jason Sudeikis a lot. He won that Emmy or whatever, and he was high during his speech. That was a
Oh
couple
yeah, that
months
was
ago.
funny.
That was
Did you
great,
see
though.
that?
No, I missed that one.
Well, it
You
was
talk
whatever.
right into it, Logar. Move around if you got to.
Whatever it was, whatever the award ceremony was, it was like from home.
I think it was
you
the
know?
Golden Globes.
And a lot of people that were winning awards were like at home on their Zoom call, like dressed up to give speeches. And he wins an award for this show, and he's got like a button, like an old, like not like a dress up button down, like a wear around like flannel button down on kind of. It's like this yellow
Oh, I
color.
thought he literally had on a tie-dye sweatshirt. A
Oh,
tie-dye
maybe he
hoodie.
did. I thought
think
it was
that's
like a
what he
yellow
had.
shirt, but it wasn't like a dress shirt either way. And he was like stoned to the gills, and he went on there and gave his thank you speech.
Just super noticeably then.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I wasn't hiding it. Yeah.
No, he didn't
Nice.
care.
Well, he didn't think he was gonna win, so he's like, I'm sure like his agents and managers or whatever, like Apple was like, you got to show up to the Zoom, man. Like you have to be there. We got to get eyes on the project. And he was like, okay, I'll show up, but it's dumb and I'm not gonna win. And then they call his name, and he was just there to have a good time, try and make it tolerable for himself by getting absolutely ripped. And next thing you know, he's talking on Zoom to fucking millions of people, or I don't know, maybe thousands. I don't know how many people still watch that shit.
I don't know. Well, probably more than you'd think. I feel like there's still an age range of people from like 40 to 60 that are really into that. Which, speaking of, did you see Garth Brooks is going back on tour?
No, I didn't. Did he announce it on his Instagram?
Not on Instagram. I heard it on the radio, which means that.
That guy's still kicking.
Oh, kicking, bro!
Dude, he's the highest selling artist in the world. He sells more tickets than Beyonce, Taylor Swift, fucking everybody sells more tickets than all these guys.
We saw him on Boots and Hearts.
No, that was Alan Jackson.
Oh, that guy's a
legend. Love Alan Jackson.
Also a legend.
Alan
Way
Jackson.
down yonder on the Chattahoochee. Never knew how much his muddy water meant to me.
Matt also cannot sing.
No, I can.
It's really bad.
Hey, buddy, says the guy. We've sang karaoke together how many times, and you're gonna try to come at me and tell me I can't sing?
I know you can, but you're not good at it. Is what I'm saying. That's one.
Right, he
Logar
does it,
and
but
I
it's
are
not
also
good. It
the
doesn't sound
only
good.
the only two people that we know who have ever danced on the bar at the Paddy Wagon.
What about that divorced guy or whatever?
Oh, wait, did we talk about this already?
Like a long time ago.
On the podcast?
Yeah, I think last podcast.
Yeah, I don't know if it was
on.
when
It's just one of
Logar
my
was
fun
on or-
facts.
Yeah.
Like one thing we have in common that I like to bring up.
Yeah.
So I guess we already talked about that. All right, that's all I got. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess the episode's over.
Yeah, we're bar brothers.
Yeah. And now it's closed. It doesn't even exist anymore. So we were probably.
Didn't survive the pandy?
It was done
long before that.
It was done
okay.
before. Yeah, if you would have seen it, you would be surprised that it was even open to begin with. No offense to the Paddy Wagon, but they redid it, new ownership, and they made it like a margarita bar, supposedly.
Yeah, but I never saw it.
We haven't been able to go
Haven't
to
been
it
able to get to it yet. Yeah.
because they closed the border on us. Scumbags.
Yeah, it's scumbags of them. I would like to say, Canada, if you're listening, scumbag of you.
Just open that bitch up. And the thing is people are like, you know how we were talking about like, oh, get vaccinated so that hopefully we can go into Canada. I was talking to my old roommate yesterday who's from Canada, and he was saying that he had to pull some strings because he was going to school all online at Canisius still, but from Canada. So he had to pull some strings to get back into the U.S. so that he could go to Canisius because Canisius was dishing out vaccines for the students.
Oh, yeah.
And he said that if he waited in Canada to get his vaccine, he wouldn't have been able to get it till like late September, early October. So I feel like if they're not vaxxed, they're not going to let us back in, even if we are vaxxed.
Yeah, no, that's for sure the thing.
Also, Logar's few and far between with his vaccination record.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm good now. I'm
Yeah, you're
vaccinated.
laughing.
Oh yeah.
But he received the Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I got a few weeks to see if I got a couple blood clots coming my way or whatnot.
So yeah, you not only will you be able to say that you had COVID, were fine, lived through the pandemic, but then when you got vaccinated, you got the vaccine that was then discontinued.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
You got
I was
a
the
story.
guinea pig.
Yeah, you got a story for your children.
Yeah, they got me good.
Holy
but yeah.
shit. But
I got like super sick from it. My thing is like I felt like I had the flu, which like they say happens. Like got sick, stayed in bed all day. But like I'm thinking like I should have just risked it, and like if I got COVID, like I'd be immune to it the same way, you know. So like
probably less sick than you were.
Yeah, than actually getting the shot.
Yeah, but I
mean, I get the whole process, but I also think that like if like I don't know.
If you could go back and do it again, you probably wouldn't get it. Not that one, at least.
Yeah, not unless I need it. I feel like I'm gonna need it for something in the future.
We're definitely gonna need it for something in the future.
So like that's it. But
yeah.
yeah.
Have you dipped your toes in the water yet?
No, I haven't been able to get an appointment. Well, because I don't know if I'm going to get it here
or in Rochester
yet either. So I've been like checking on both, seeing what the deal is, but I haven't.
All you
got to
do is sign up.
Yeah, I know. But I go to like the convention center in Niagara Falls, and it's like no appointments.
They do like 600 a day.
They do more than that. They do like at least 900
They
a
do
day,
them
I
at
think.
ECMC too. I know a bunch of people that have gone there and literally made appointments for like 2 days later. I think you're just not looking hard enough.
Look, yeah, that's probably true, but I don't know. I mean, I'll get it
Kind of
soon,
lazy.
hopefully.
Kind of lazy.
I got stuff to wear. My big thing, honestly, is I don't want to get it anywhere. Oh, never mind. Can't talk about it. But I don't want to get it anywhere near that date.
Yeah, the date that
we have
set
for
something.
Yes, no spoilers. But I don't want to. So I don't want to get it anywhere near then because I need to be in top shape. So I got to figure out like how to get that date to land right in the middle of the two shots. I guess would probably be best.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, that's not a bad play. I'm gonna probably sign up and maybe get my first one when I get back from the road trip. But I don't really know. I guess I'm not really in a rush.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool that a lot of people are getting it.
Yep, backs up.
So I don't know. It'll happen. I wanted to mention this because I want to do a thing with it for who would win. I've been on that app Clubhouse for like the past 2 days. Like I've been on there for like 2 full days basically.
Well, what's
Doing
that app?
what? It's like I didn't really know what it is either until we talked about it a couple episodes ago. It's like a new form of social media, I guess.
It's a
where
new
people
platform
like
thing.
start chat rooms, I guess, and you can just go in there and like chat in them. And there's different ones, and the ones that we were talking about, the big one is like some guy started like this chat room, and people join it, and you have to like tell a joke to stay in it, and if like people think the joke is funny, you stay in. If not, they kick you out. Shit like that.
Yeah.
That's on Clubhouse.
Yeah, so you like people start like rooms, and then you can jump in and stuff, but you have to be like invited by the moderator to like speak and stuff to like get onto the stage, they call it, and then you can unmute yourself and talk and things like that. It's a weird app. I liked it. Like I thought it was pretty fascinating, but the best way I can describe it, if you know what I mean, is there's like it's a lot of professional headshots. You know what I mean?
Like what people are trying to...
I think some people listen will know what I mean. Like it's a lot of professional headshots.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
It's like a lot of
like LinkedIn
definition, please.
It's like a lot of
place of origin.
it's like a lot of
You gotta give us something here.
I know. I'm trying.
yeah,
I'm trying. It's like a lot of people that think they're important enough to have
Headshots.
professional headshots. I'll say it like that. It's something
Okay.
like that. But you can, man. I was jumping in and out of some of those rooms though, and the first like 15 minutes I was on there, I heard one woman talk about having her baby in a toilet,
That's funny.
which was awesome. And then this other woman was like, in my past life, I was from Atlantis. Like, I go through these portals in my dreams. And she kept referring to the people around her. She kept, like, her friends and family. She was going, the thing is, the humans around me think this and that. And she's like, and I'm human right now, but that's not really me. And when I go through these portals and things at night, and I was like,
so she's a crazy
and I got
person.
like invited to speak in that room, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna sit here and take all this in.
How?
Hey, you guys need to get that lady on the pod.
Yeah.
I bet
She'll
she'll
do
have
it.
a
She
story.
Yeah.
would, dude.
Yeah.
She would
You
do
should
it.
start going on Clubhouse and asking people to come on
find
the podcast.
the weirdest people.
Yeah,
and be like, just a little
weirdest
segment or
fucking
something.
people.
If
Yeah.
you're down for that, I would
Yeah.
do it because,
What
like
else
I
do we
said,
have to
like
do?
I said, probably all those people will say yes.
Speaking of, see. Sorry. Yeah.
the who would win of the week thing, on Fridays I'm gonna start doing a thing, like a room
Yeah.
that people would jump in and would talk like who would win of the week.
Of the one that we did for the week.
Yeah,
Oh, I like
and
that.
like if the conversation moves on to another thing,
Yeah. Then
it
goes.
just will.
Spirals.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
follow me on Clubhouse at Andrew. I think it's just my name.
Andrew Canada
Yep.
on Clubhouse. See,
So
I don't have.
I'll be the one sitting in a room alone talking about Jackie Chan and Tom Cruise. So
I don't.
Look out for that.
I don't have Clubhouse yet, nor do I have professional headshots.
Yeah.
What I do have is, I have a friend. He on Instagram he goes by Andy Edits Hockey,
Mm-hmm.
and he did a custom edit for me. It came out pretty clean. 2 different versions of the custom edit. And so I guess that kind of counts as my professional headshot. Andy Adataki, what kind of got you going on the edits? Straight boredom, or?
Yeah, I was just super bored one day, and this was back before the Sabres lost 18 games, and I was just doing a little sketch. I was pumped, put Hall in there. Put Hall, Eichel, Dahlin, what a trio to make a little edit. Looking back, it's pretty dust, but I don't know.
The worst.
Oh, yeah.
But I will say since then, your edits have gotten, like, significantly better.
Yeah. I mean, every time I do one, I try to, like, put something else new in there. Like,
And then you started doing videos, too.
Yeah, I'm doing videos. So, yeah, I mean, I'm working on, I'm trying to do, like, longer videos, maybe put them on YouTube, but I've never even been on YouTube, never really uploaded nothing, so I don't really know the YouTube game too well.
It's
really
easy.
Really?
Yeah, we can help you out if you want.
I don't know anything about it.
It's so easy, man.
I mean, I feel like it's easy to upload. I'm saying to, like, actually get people to watch it and shit.
Oh, yeah, that can be tough. You just got to, like, tag it with stuff or, like, put something crazy in the title. The YouTube algorithm is kind of interesting because it almost promotes nonsense. Like, the things that it has trouble figuring out are sometimes the things that it promotes the most. Like, if it's just a video of, like, I don't know, like a blob, like, speaking gibberish, like, YouTube's like, what the fuck is this? And then it's like, maybe some people like it.
Yeah.
That's how I end up in YouTube rabbit holes.
Yep, that's how they
we
do
gotta
it.
start producing some blobs.
We got to do something.
They stopped promoting, like, conspiracy theory videos though a while back, or like they stopped putting them in people's suggestions.
Big tech, man.
That.
Big tech's trying to
take us down. You can still search them though.
Oh yeah, you can still find them.
Yeah.
I think they took quite a few of them. Actually, I don't know if they took any of them down. Probably some.
My girlfriend's been really big into Mary Kate and Ashley conspiracy theories.
What is that?
Because what's the guy's name?
Danny Tanner.
No. Is
John
that his name?
Stamos.
No, the other guy. Danny Tanner. What's his real name?
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget, yeah. I don't know. Apparently, there's always conspiracies about the way that Bob Saget interacted with the Olsen twins.
Matthew.
What?
What are you talking about? You got to watch. Tell me what's happening.
I've never watched
I'm just sad that
claims
something happen.
She claims she seems to. I don't think there's ever been a shred of proof, but she seems to think that she's convinced that something happened, and like her
like
argument,
something like cancelable.
Sketchy. Yeah, very cancelable.
Got it.
And her argument is the fact that like the Olsen twins like fell off the face of the earth, right? Like they don't have social media, they don't have anything.
I was gonna go, but that's just because they're child stars. But a lot of child stars have been molested, so I guess that does not.
And I
help
guess
my
like
point.
this is her other big thing. I guess that like when they were figuring scenes out, and they were babies and they'd be crying, like they had a doll to simulate Mary Kate and Ashley, and I guess like there was like definitely times where he would be like doing weird shit to the doll. But my thing is like, I mean, at that time maybe he was just doing it like as a joke, and didn't realize that one day it would look back. But I also don't know. I haven't watched any of the documentaries, and they also said that.
Wait, by documentaries, do you mean YouTube videos?
Well, yeah, I mean both. I guess there's like videos of people talking about it, and there's like filmed stuff that's like out there. I don't know. I've never looked it up. I don't really.
Yeah,
no offense to the Olsen twins, but I do not care about them at all. I mean, I hope nothing bad happened to them as children, but like, I don't even know what they're up to these days. So
I think they're still doing a ton of cocaine. The one just got divorced, and there was like a lot of money going around with that. But they like.
Hopefully, she's carrying around Narcan.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. Hey, please don't forget your Narcan. Keys, wallet, Narcan. Yeah. Phone.
Well, you can't forget the coke too, because
keys, wallet, mask, cocaine, Narcan. Good.
Yeah, that's the five fingers of being ready to go.
You need those things to leave the house.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, I guess he favored one of them more because it cried. They cried. The one cried less. I don't know if it was Mary Kate or Ashley. So I guess
that's any parent though.
Yeah.
If I had kids and one cried less, I'd like him
Yeah.
so much.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
And I'd tell him every night,
Oh,
Yeah.
you can't even understand
Yeah.
me. You
Yeah, the
little-"
other kid's got to sleep in the basement.
Yeah.
This guy's got the whole, my bed all
Yeah.
to himself.
Yeah. You give him yep.
There's a with that, like, I haven't watched any of that Woody Allen documentary or anything, but I think it's pretty popular, or at least a lot of people are talking about it. I feel like maybe that's gonna be like Netflix and stuff are gonna try and make things like the Woody Allen documentary, like
Yeah, I heard they just put
frickin'
another.
like molesting documentaries. I don't know if there's a term for them. The new serial killer documentaries.
I think that people are very caught up right now with the whole cancel culture thing and watching documentaries like that. But I don't understand how. I would way rather watch like a serial killer documentary. I find it.
Yeah, for sure. But I think
it's like
they're
less.
running out.
I think it's like less creepy to watch a serial killer.
Oh, it
documentary
100% is. But that's the thing, right? They're like, okay, we got people hooked on serial killer shit. It's not gonna hold them over forever. We gotta up the ante here. What's gonna really get them going?
Well, I
What's
feel like
worse
it's
than a
crazy.
rapist? A child.
Yeah. I feel like it's crazy when you like are watching something or hear about something and it's like a famous person who's caught up in it. You're
It's always-
just,
I'll be right back.
All
thrown
right.
up by it. Yeah, Andy, we'll hold
just,
down the
yeah,
pod
we'll
for
just
you.
hang out.
Yeah, we'll just do your podcast for
I
you.
don't even like that
no big
guy.
deal.
I really don't even like him. If he didn't know how to use computers, he probably wouldn't,
Yeah,
hold any weight here.
I know.
Welcome to Two in the Cooler with your hosts Matt and Andy.
Yep, we're back.
Today our guest on the
Episode-
podcast is Andrew Canada, rocking the Not Interested Lisa hoodie.
Welcome, Andrew.
Thank you guys
Thanks
for
for coming to our podcast.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
How are you
fellas.
doing, Andy?
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
I've been just going on Clubhouse, and I'm
Big
doing a
Clubhouse
little
guy.
stage work now. Theaters are starting to reopen and things like that, so I'm trying to get back into acting. I played FDR's legs in a production of Annie recently.
That's weird because they didn't work.
Well, that's why it's such a challenge. You have to kind of. It's different. Everybody knows what it's like. A lot of people know what it's like to have working legs, but what if you didn't? And that's kind of what we wanted to do with the character.
Yeah. How'd you get into character? Did you
Were
go,
you-
did you go
but-
around with no legs for a little bit just to like feel what it's like?
Well, you didn't play FDR. You just played his legs.
I just played his
Right.
legs. That's right. So I was under like a flannel blanket.
So
for
the
most
majority of the
show.
time, were you laying like with your legs on the ground, like you're sitting, but flat back, so that somebody else could sit on
It
top
was
of
sort
you?
of. It was sort
and
of
create-
like
Huh.
because I was the legs, right? So it was. You have to get low.
Yeah, that's
to be
what
in
I'm
the character.
thinking.
Right.
So
Obviously,
it was
yeah.
kind of like I would put my legs cross-legged onto his lap, and then I would go down like this.
Oh, your upper body played his legs?
Yeah,
For the whole
yes,
thing. His
obviously.
whole body's got to play the leg.
No,
Yes,
it-
see, acting is a full body.
I would have
experience.
assumed that.
Thank you, Logar.
I would have assumed that your legs played his legs, not.
that.
Well, yeah, but
That
where's his
makes
upper
no
body
sense.
go? It's got to go somewhere.
Well, that's why I was thinking, like, if you sat in a chair like
No,
I am
so-
right now, but there was no back on it, and you could lay straight back, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and
and
then
then-
somebody would sit
Yeah,
on
yeah,
your
yeah.
lap.
Oh, okay.
We went in a different direction.
I had to talk to whoever
Put
directed that
loafers
movie.
on my hands,
Hands.
and then and I would cross them from time to time just to kind of make sure people were paying attention.
Yeah,
Right.
make sure,
Know their
Right.
history,
even
and
though they
stuff.
didn't work.
Wiggle the toes a bit.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
get to
It's that's an interesting role.
Well, it was
Would you-
creatively very fulfilling.
So you're doing big shit now, huh?
Well, look, I mean, it's all in the eye of the beholder. I'm just very humbled to get an opportunity like that to play the legs of such a great president. A lot of
Nice.
people, when they think about president legs, are like, oh, I want to be Abe Lincoln's legs, or
'Cause
oh,
he's
I want to
tall.
be Taft's legs,
Right.
right? Because
'Cause
that's
he's
a
fat.
very difficult job
Yeah.
to do. You have to be very
Yeah,
strong.
you couldn't play Taft's legs.
No, you know what? I don't think I could. But it's funny you say that because I'm kind of becoming the leg guy now. Like
Yeah.
people
Who else
have
has
wanted-
legs?
Right.
Who else has approached you and asked you to play their legs?
Well, that's not. I mean, these presidents are all dead.
No. Oh, you're just president's legs.
Well, that's. I would say if I were to choose a specialty, that would absolutely be it.
Nice.
Is sort of political legs and that sort of thing.
Okay.
You
But-
drop down to a senator, maybe, or would you not stoop that low?
Well, if it was a great script,
Right.
absolutely.
Okay.
100%.
Fair
It
enough.
starts with the writing.
Right.
So that's what absolutely.
I don't know if this. Have you ever watched Entourage?
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, for whatever reason, you talking like that gave me a flash to Entourage, and every time Entourage enters my brain, all I want to do is be inside the show Entourage.
Let me tell you something. I was just rewatching Entourage for the third time, the whole series, and I got to tell you,
the movie too.
Listen, I was watching it. I was on season 4, and I was like, "This is not as good as I remember. Like this show kind of stinks." This is my problem with it. I think it's just because of the pandemic. Because here's like, through the lens of this now, it's less interesting to me because that show is literally like, oh, there's a problem. Oh, look, the solution's right here, and then bam, they're done with another episode.
But that's what happens when you're a movie star.
Yeah, I get it, and I
kind
think
of
that's.
Oh, I have a problem. Wait, I just did a movie. Here's $7 million.
Yeah, like
problem fixed.
Here's
my
Cameron.
new Rolls Royce.
James Cameron doesn't like Vince. Oh wait, he loves Vince. Let's go snowboarding, and that's an episode of that show. That's a whole episode of that show, and it is good, but I don't know. But the one big thing is though that Meta-Ian episode that opened season 4.
Yeah,
I don't like that episode. I decided I was like that.
Well, the movie
really
sucks.
Stops at that. Yeah, but that's like that's a part where it's like the fake documentary and Sofia Vergara's in it, and I don't know. I don't believe like the Billy Walsh Vince relationship. Like Billy Walsh doesn't seem like that good to me in the way that he could like actually go to like a big studio
he
movie.
Was though. I mean, well, that's the thing is, what was that movie?
Queens Boulevard.
Yeah, Queens Boulevard was so good, so people thought he was that good.
Right. And then he started doing porn.
Then he got
which
crazy.
is a funny turn. You know,
I feel like that makes sense for a guy like him.
Yeah, that's where I know that guy from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My thing is, I think it would be the coolest thing ever to be Ari Gold. Because he goes through a lot of stress parts.
Yeah.
But like at the same time he doesn't get there's like a period of time in that show where he's such in a not give a fuck, like just yells at people. Like when that dude is trying to take Vince as a client, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, right at the see these are all like the beginning of the show, which is good stuff. Frickin' Weinstein, but Agent Weinstein, not old Harvey.
Yeah, Harvey Weinstein. Who is Harvey Weinstein?
He's like the big like serial like rapist or whatever in Hollywood. He was a movie producer. He actually got his start right here in Buffalo doing a concert promotion. He would bring big acts like Frank Sinatra and stuff. He and his brother to do the
And he'd rape him? He raped Frank Sinatra?
Wow. That's actually impressive.
That's not even...
Yeah.
I put that shit on a resume for sure.
Yeah.
But, and then he started Miramax. You ever see their logo at the beginning? It's in a ton of you.
Oh, Max?
No, Miramax.
What is it? What's
it's
it
a
look
company.
Like? I know.
It's just like a triangle or something.
Oh, Illuminati.
Or no, it's like I don't know. And then they have another company, and then... Whoa. But they produced Pulp Fiction. They produced Good Will Hunting. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck thanked Harvey Weinstein in their Oscar acceptance speech. Is a really funny part of that speech. But he was the guy that was like, you want to make it into the picture, hey, zip, like get out of it, get on that, and he was doing that for years to like a ton of people.
Wow.
I can't believe you didn't hear about that.
I probably did. There's
massive.
A show on Netflix called Hollywood where like that's the whole basis of the show.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that. I haven't watched it though.
Yeah. There's a lot of cringy sexual favors that happen in that show.
I bet you that's still going on. I mean, they made a big, Harvey Weinstein, like they really took that guy down, deservedly so. But I mean, that stuff's got to happen all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know what...
I mean, yeah. I feel like nobody that in Hollywood really has super high, like, moral standards in their life.
Yeah, I think that there's probably... you just grow a selfishness inside when you've been, like, turned down and stuff so much that you're like, oh, I just have to start looking out only for myself and, like, whatever happens, if people want something from me, then they have to give me something
in return.
Yeah, I mean, be it a blowjob, I guess, or whatever. Hopefully not, but whatever you got to do.
Okay,
Makes sense in Hollywood though. Like this kid's man, they gotta grind if you want to make it big in Hollywood.
Yeah.
You gotta do all those shitty little jobs and stuff like
Yeah.
that first. And
Whereas every other profession is just,
Yeah, it takes
lot.
off right away.
Yeah, true.
Being a lawyer, fuck it easy.
Yeah.
I've done that 6 times already.
yeah, that's cake. Passing the bar, easy.
Yep.
Yeah, done that twice.
Yeah. I could yeah. I don't know. I could probably, if I had a different work ethic, I probably could have done something crazy. I bet you I could have been like a surgeon or something. If I was like passionate about it and really wanted to spend time doing it.
I feel like that's gotta be one of the craziest jobs. I would never ever want to be a surgeon in my life.
Dude, it's got to be so hard.
You get to listen to whatever music you want while you're digging
I mean,
in there, though.
oh,
That's
yeah.
kind of
There's
cool.
different
Yeah,
levels
that's
of
awesome.
surgery though.
Right.
Like personally, most of my surgical knowledge comes from Grey's Anatomy, which would be crazy
Yeah,
because
you're
their
certified.
hospital is a level 1 trauma center. So not only are they doing these crazy elective surgeries because they're all the best surgeons in the world or whatever, like top surgeons in the world, but they also have to do all the crazy surgeries from like incoming patients, like as an ER. So I feel like that you'd have to be super busy at. They work like 100-hour weeks. Could you imagine working 100-hour
100
week?
hours? Is there even that many in a week?
I don't know how many hours there is in a week, but they work a lot. Like their interns in the show, at least, their interns got put on like they had to change the way that their interns work because they were working like 120-hour weeks. So they had to put a rule in that said they were only allowed to work 80-hour weeks.
That's crazy.
Only allowed to. And they were itching to work more. That's the thing about
No.
surgeons. Yeah, they
They like-
love to cut
Oh,
people
really?
open. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you
a red
definitely gotta
flag.
like that. You have to like that to be able to do that.
Yeah, I don't really think I like to cut people open. Did you know? I don't even want to say what I'm about to say, so I'm not going to say it.
I mean, you gotta.
I
say
just
it now.
felt. I
You
just
got to.
feel like it's just like asking for trouble if I say it. It's not anything bad. It's a personal fact about me,
Okay.
but I don't want to jinx myself.
Okay.
All right, fine.
I don't want to say it.
Okay. You don't have to. That's all right.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Yeah, if I had a big time job like that, I'd want to be a lawyer, I think, but I'd be afraid to read so much just because I don't want to ever have to wear glasses again until I'm like very old and I just need them for reading. Or
I
whatever.
feel like
I don't want to go
once
back
you
to
get
that.
LASIK though, it's only good for like 20 years.
Yeah, but then it'll probably, I mean, I imagine start to decline gradually. Still, it's not like one day you wake up and it's back to like what my
What it
old eyes
was.
used to be. Yeah.
Are you awake when they do it? Like you? Is it scary?
So, here's what happened. So
Did you ever wear glasses?
Nah.
You got 20/20?
2020. Yeah.
Yeah, same. Probably don't have it anymore, but I did for a while.
since the surgery, my eyes are like crazy good. Like they're better than 2020. Not that it's a competition.
Wow,
but,
you
like,
got cheat
whatever it
codes?
is. Yeah, I got a couple cheat codes, ocular cheat codes going on up there in the noggin.
You got any pull with Activision?
Activision?
Yeah,
What's that?
the people that make Call of Duty.
Oh, what? Because my eyes are good?
Oh, because if you got cheat codes.
Yeah.
Oh,
we could use some
okay.
cheat codes.
So
Yeah, we
it's a
could use
video
some
game
bad.
joke. I fucked that up. That's my bad.
No, it's
I didn't know
fine.
what was going on. I'm not gonna say it was great in the first place,
Buddy's
but I
Buddy's
definitely
never
didn't do
been
you
to
any
Verdansk.
favors.
Yeah.
But he's definitely never spent a day on Rebirth Island. You would be a different man. You would be a different man.
That's where Epstein's house was, right? Something like that.
Rebirth Island? No,
Mhm.
that's there's a prison there. There's a chemical factory. There's a bioweapons plant. There's a decon zone. There's a harbor. There's a security area. There's one place is under construction, and then there's
So, when I got this surgery, the way that they do it, you can do it the old way, or you can do it the current way, which is like you have to cut a flap in the top layer of cells in your eye, and then they like take
Lift
that
it
out,
up.
yeah, and then they go in through that little like pet
Flap.
door that they've made, and they laser your eye and fix your shit. The old way to do it is they take a little fucking like cylinder thing and they stick it on your eye, and then there's actually a blade that comes out and manually cuts it, no lasers. And then they go in with the laser and they do the thing still. But so when I went in there, they're like, okay, we'll do it the normal way, whatever. make the flap. You have to get like suction on the eye for whatever reason. I don't know the science. You have to get
Suck
suction
the
on
flap
the eye. You got to suck the flap up. You got to get suction on the eye, cut the flap, going with the laser. They couldn't get any suction on my eye. She was like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this thing called PRK, I think. And instead of just cutting a little flap,
We're gonna take your whole eyeball out.
We're going to take the eyeball out of your skull
they didn't.
and kind of
No.
and just shine it where it needs to, and then pop it back in, just like that. Really easy.
All right, but what is it
problem.
actually?
They instead of doing the flap, they take off the full layer of cells, so the recovery time is way longer, and there's like nothing protecting your eyes. So you are awake the whole time.
No.
And
you see this right in front of you? You see a blade coming at your eye.
Yes, but I didn't have the blade. What I did see was the needle. They have to
They come in
numb
with a needle?
They have to numb your eye with a needle.
First they stab you in the eyeball with a needle.
They
No.
give you some, dude. They give you some drops.
There's no way.
They give you some drops.
What are
and
the
then
drops to?
I think they're like pre-numbing drops, if I remember.
They pre-numb?
They pre-numb. It's a pre-numbing situation.
Why not just increase the dosage of numbing drops to avoid the needle? That's what I would do.
I think it's just not strong enough. So it's the best way I can describe it is like being abducted by aliens, because you can't see anything because your eye is held open. It's just streaming tears. It can't focus on anything. So like I didn't see the needle clearly. I saw the shape of a needle. And then there's like the doctors are above you and you're laying down on this table. The doctors are above you. You can't see them. So it's just like these shadowy figures. And then there's all these crazy fucking lights from the lasers going in your eyes. It's exactly like being abducted by aliens. And it's so... I've never been so tense in my entire life than when they did that to me. They had to sit me up because I couldn't move because my body was so clenched afterwards.
There's no way I would let anybody ever put a needle in my eye unless I
didn't know they were going to do it.
No, but I'm saying like
I'm glad they didn't tell me.
I would start swinging. Like it wouldn't even. I don't care. I would have to. There's no way I could watch a needle go into my eyeball.
No. So what if you move your eye though?
You can't, dude.
The needle's in there and you quick look left and it fucking
you.
It's on you.
That's why it's so
tense.
tense.
Still.
They have. I think the clamp maybe helps keep it in place a little bit. But yeah, they say like try not to move your eye, and then they just start like doing a bunch of shit to it. I'm getting a little anxious thinking about it now.
I hate everything that sounds like.
It was crazy. And then
I'm not doing that ever.
The recovery was awful.
I remember you having to sit in a dark room for a long time.
Any type of like, even if you turn the lights off, it's bright. Basically, like it was bad. It was really bad.
What about like being in the basement? Would it have been bright down there?
It was. That's where I went.
No, you were in the den.
I might have been for a time, but I did go to the basement at some point. I think I had to move because you were going to come down there. You were probably coming over or something. So I had to.
Get the fuck out, dude. I got to dummy this asshole.
Yeah, right. Probably
Never lost.
Some 3-0 in gun game that night. And twisted you up like a pretzel.
No, I don't recall. I don't think that's true.
You must. Must not have good memory.
Honestly, between the three of us in this room, I have to have the most collective wins versus another person in this room.
Of
no
what?
shot.
Of anything.
No.
Got it.
Like I've beat you more and him more than either of you have beaten me in anything.
Dude, I wax you in everything we do.
No
Everything.
way.
Yeah,
I really don't trust your memory on that stuff.
No, you trust his memory?
Yeah, I remember.
You've never beat me in anything.
I beat you in a lot of things.
I've named one thing you beat me in.
Fucking board games.
No, I've never lost in a board game.
You do suck at board
too.
games. Yeah, you do.
I've never lost in a board game to you either.
Yeah, remember that one time we were playing Sorry?
Dude, Sorry is the game.
He is so.
I naked miled his ass.
He made that up. We've never played Sorry a day in our fucking lives.
I naked miled you.
We've
Monopoly
never played Sorry a day in our lives.
obviously.
No, you would never beat me.
Yes, I
You've
did.
never beat me in
Absolutely.
Monopoly. I've played
100%.
Monopoly. I've literally played a game of Monopoly to completion one single time in my life, and it was with Grandpa.
And you probably lost.
I don't know. Because I had a tooth pulled, so I was like numbed up at Grandma and Grandpa's old apartment for the day, and Grandpa and I played Monopoly. I was like 12. So I think that's the only time I've ever played a full game of Monopoly.
I don't know because I'm pretty sure I beat you in it. Battleship, I definitely beat you in.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Easy. I was
Othello,
I watched
I've buried your ass in Othello more than once.
See, now I know you're crazy because that game, which I don't even remember how to play, I just remember
white
I
and the
was
black.
so good at it.
No
I was
way.
great at that
Andy,
weird
you're,
game that
like,
nobody's heard
You're
of.
kind of ass at everything. Both Andys.
That's very false. I'm actually excellent at most things.
Yeah, Andy is definitely better at most things than you are.
No way. Not even close.
Aside from hockey and soccer, I guess you probably still have some skills from those days.
Okay.
You'd still. I mean, he'd still.
I
He'd
can't.
skate circles around you still.
No.
Yeah.
He did a stint. Andy did a stint.
Really?
Well, so I did it so I wouldn't have to go to church school on Sundays. I was in novice hockey for however long like church school season is. And yeah, I was terrible. I mean, my body got beat up real bad. I just got
You had a
like
green
I would
jersey.
always get in the way I did have a green jersey. I'd always get in the way of the puck. It would just hit me. I remember it hit me in the heel one time. And that hurt so bad. And you know, I can't do the hockey stop, never could. So I'd either just have to like do a T stop, which if you're actually playing, which luckily we did not do a lot of, that's not really good enough. So I'd have to like kind of go into a wall, or I'd just run into somebody or something.
I think
find a way to
that
slow down.
you could outswim me. And
Oh, yeah,
other
yeah,
than
yeah.
that, and even that, I think I'm closer than you think I would be.
No, I don't.
We
think
have this
so.
conversation so much, but it always comes back to the same thing.
Yeah, that Matthews delusion.
That I'm
Yeah.
better.
It's all. That's
And
yeah.
he's trying to scrape for any win he can find because he just can't find any.
I wouldn't even know where to put another win if I had one.
Trophy
I would-
case is all full.
It's to the rafters.
Oh man, I gotta see that.
I got. Yeah, but at least him, I've won some things with him. I've never
Yeah.
even won
Oh, yeah.
something with you.
Oh.
All I've ever done is won against you.
Euchre.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we make a pretty good euchre team.
We do very well in euchre.
Which I was actually talking about the other day because
It's an old man's
my
game.
girlfriend's dad was talking about euchre.
There we go.
And I was like, oh, I'm a pretty good euchre player. And he was like, oh, yeah? But I would be a little nervous to play euchre with my girlfriend's dad because I get nasty. You know
well,
we
that's
do
how
it.
you should play. The thing that I have with any kind of game is I just swear so much.
Yeah.
And it's not even like when something necessarily terrible happens. It's just the way we talk.
Yeah.
And some people can't handle that heat. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful with the language, but like, I don't know, get on fucking board or not.
I've sworn a lot in the past 48 hours because I golfed yesterday morning and this morning, and I played horrible yesterday, which led me to swear a lot. Excuse me. And I played a lot better today, but it still led me to swear a lot. And I think that's kind of... I don't think you can consider yourself a competitive person. Or I don't think your level of compete can match the level of compete of somebody who's willing to swear.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me because that's a little bit of the fire coming out because it can't be contained, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes it's funny when you're playing a sport against someone and they're doing bad, you're doing good, and they're just cussing a storm.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome when
Yeah,
you're winning.
It's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hilarious when you're not the guy cussing, but when
Yeah.
you're cussing.
When you're the guy cussing. Yeah. I mean, I'm usually not the guy cussing. I'm usually the guy winning.
Huh.
But I definitely know I've seen you swear a time or two.
I will say one thing that I would cuss a lot is at golf. I don't do it very often. I want to get into the links a little bit.
Yeah.
But I've done it a few times, and it's a lot harder than it looks. I see myself breaking a lot of clubs. You know?
Well, that's the thing is like you have to make a choice, especially when you've played a competitive sport your whole life. When you decide to start golfing, you have to make a choice, and that's either like I want to get good at this, or I'm just gonna do this for fun and get fucked up every time I'm on the golf course. And I feel like you would really flirt that line early on in your career. Like, what should I do? Should I try to get good, or should I just gas as many beers as possible?
Yeah, and ultimately you want to do both, though. Is the thing.
Yeah, but it's very, very difficult.
I think you got to go for the beers in that
Well,
one.
you definitely
I've
go
got
for the
no
beers.
interest in playing golf. I'd love to go out there and hang out, but if I could just sit
We
or
should
like
do
walk with everybody and not swing a single club. That'd
we
be
should
fine
do
with
that
me.
too. We should do a YouTube video. We should do a content piece where we go to a golf course.
Do I have to golf
Shoot
in
a
it
couple
then?
rounds.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like a competition though thing.
No, we would just do
Okay.
it for fun.
We'll just do a golf course thing. Yeah, we could probably do that. There's definitely it'd be all right. I mean, it's just us fucking around on a golf course?
No, I mean, I guess competition was my idea, but you didn't seem to like it.
No.
And the problem is like I would
got no
say
interest in
I would
that.
I would say that you didn't have to golf, but I think you kind of do have to golf. Like most golf courses don't let people just go out there and not golf.
Well, I would bring clubs with me so that it looks like I'm golfing, so they'd let
so
me
you
in.
pay to golf, but not golf. At that point, you might as well golf.
But it's worth it if I can hang out with my pals.
Yeah. He's a glue guy.
That's right. I think I know what that. I think I understand what that means.
Yeah,
My talk is a little rusty, but
you're a borderline glue guy.
okay.
Huh. The insult.
He's like.
You're a glue guy, Andy. Don't let him fool you.
I appreciate
Yeah.
that. I think.
No, you want to be a glue guy.
Yeah.
Like I mean, not to go here, guy, but I'm kind of a glue guy. No, you're definitely a glue guy within your own bubble. You're a conglomerate. Your collection of neutral friends. You are a glue guy that brings them together.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
you're a
I
glue
like
guy.
to think of myself as a Statue of Liberty. Huddled masses swarm to me.
Yeah. And just salute you.
Well, they don't have
Yeah,
to
they
salute.
just get up.
Sometimes
They
do.
just get up all in there.
Yeah,
get
up,
inside
all,
you.
climb all in you. Yeah. Try to get to the top.
But so glue guy, explain exactly what that means, because I know we got to do the who would win, but I think we should talk a little bit about lingo.
I'll
Glue
talk
guy,
about lingo
yeah.
all day.
Glue
What do you
guy,
want to
like-
know? Start
like-
throwing words at
Let's
us.
start. Can I throw some phrases at you guys?
Throw
and
some
you
phrases
guys,
at
like,
us.
Okay, let's start with something maybe a little easier. Maybe something like, can you? I feel like this is too easy, but let's start at basic for the people.
Yeah.
Can you pass me that glass of orange juice? How about that?
Like, how would I say that?
Yeah, how would you put a little
sauce
put that
it.
spin on that.
Sauce the OJ. Yeah, you sauce me the OJ.
Okay, sauce OJ. Yeah, that's a pretty easy one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ooh. This is a tough one. I don't know if you'll be able to do it with this. But something like do you want to go to the zoo to check out the giraffes?
I've
Maybe like,
probably something with getting after it.
yeah, I'd say let's rip on over to the zoo.
Yeah, rip. Yeah,
Take a peek at the giraffes.
yeah.
Okay.
Little long neck action.
Yeah.
Well, long neck action. See, that's what I'm
long
looking
neck,
for. That's you guys have the best way of speaking. And when we were still both living at mom and dad's house, I prided myself on being able to translate the things that you would say to other people, because a lot of times, if you say something like, "Oh, that guy is dust on the fucking sticks," he can't fucking Johnny is
Well, see, the
schmoney,
problem
then-
is that like the sticks is anything.
yes.
Anything that you're doing is the sticks.
Right. And that's part of the thing that makes the dialect so difficult is you have to be good at context clues.
Yeah.
Because yes, the sticks can be anything. So you need to it could be like slicing a pizza or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
let me
you
get
got
the
the sticks.
sticks.
Let me get the
Yeah,
sticks. Let me get the pizza
Yeah.
slicer. And if people
Like if I thought you were doing a shitty job editing, I'd be like, all right, let me get the sticks.
yeah, let me hop on.
Yeah, let me hop on the sticks.
It's a fascinating way.
What else you got for us? I'm having fun.
Okay, some more. I got it. I'm trying. Let me try and think of some more. Okay, how about that? How about something like this? Like I told this girl that I was going to call her later.
I don't know. Banger line.
Banger line, yeah.
But that's kind of an easy one.
Okay.
Like that wouldn't be a girl. I would say that about anybody.
Right. Okay. Well, I was just trying to. I'm still figuring out what a good phrase might be. So, what about let's see. I gotta wake up early to go to the airport.
I don't know.
I'm tossing you bad ones.
No, I don't know. Like, it's hard to say something when somebody else already says it, right? Like, I'm sure if he was calling me to tell me that he had to get up early in the airport to go to the airport, he would probably say it differently.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's really whatever comes to somebody's mind at any given time.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any control over what we say.
No, I don't really.
But it does drive me crazy when people don't, when you say something and somebody's like, what? And you're like, what do you mean what? Like, how am I supposed to
Yeah, I
explain
don't know
that?
how to
It makes
explain it.
complete sense.
Yeah.
Let's do some basic phrases for the people then. Like I'm hungry, let's get something to eat.
We call it jaundice.
Keep going,
So like
expand.
if somebody was like if I would be like, yo, you want to grab some John? But the original term, I think it was pizza that we started calling
Pizza started
jaundice.
calling jaundice.
Mhm.
For
And
no
then
reason.
it just turned it. Yeah. Well, there was somebody there was a reason. It was a person that said jaundice, like started saying the word jaundice, and for whatever reason, it just turned into our food.
I think where this talk really shines is like with insults, right? Like kind of ragging on somebody.
Yeah.
about
You could chirp
something.
some people pretty good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's right there. You got, it's its own word for it. I know that one's pretty commonly used, but so, like, let's say somebody like, playing hockey, shoots, goes wide. You want to get in their head. What do you say to this guy?
It depends on what route you want to take. There's two routes that I usually take.
Okay, let's keep going. Expand. Let's go for both.
I'll either get like really weird
Yeah.
and tell him and say something like about his dad.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to do something like a sexual favor with his dad and just really like throw him off mentally. Oh, that's probably what I would do. Yeah. It depends on how I'm feeling. Like I'm not super vocal to other people when I play hockey. Like on the other team, I talk to myself more.
Really?
Yeah.
I like to chirp. If someone misses a net,
So like this, for example, like he's what we refer to as a rat. Like he's
Yeah,
a
little
little
rat.
He's a rat.
Yeah.
He's a big time rat.
What does that mean exactly?
Like you're a little shit disturber. Like you're a little cocksucker.
just go around like looking to piss people
Yeah,
off for fun.
just being a
I enjoy
douchebag.
it. Yeah, it's funny. Someone misses a net, like I'm gonna say something like super stupid to him, like, "Hey, buddy, the net's been in the same spot for 200 years."
Yeah,
You know,
that
classic.
one gets ripped
Okay.
a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, classic. "Hey, bud, net's 4x6."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Not too hard to
Or,
miss that.
or just a higher. Like
Yeah,
if somebody
higher,
shoots
yeah.
it too high, you just yell higher.
yeah.
Yeah. That's always
And it
right.
just gets in their head because you know what? It is kind of like realistically we all miss the net, but like when
Yeah.
someone calls you out on it and
You're
you,
like,
and you
"Fuck."
point it out and be like, "Dude, it's actually so easy." Like,
Yeah.
just
we
shoot
should
it
do
at
it
the
every
net.
time.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
remember any highlights from your career as a rat? Do you remember any times you got
couple
like
good
really
ones.
late?
Did
in
we
goal?
talk about?
We gotta go.
The best one,
gotta get
the
on
best
these.
one is definitely high school hockey.
Oh yeah.
I had this team and this coach.
We could totally name drop it. It doesn't matter if you want
name
to.
drop them.
I mean,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah.
You don't have to
Is
talk
it
about the
something-
coach out
is
of
it something-
respect for him, but
Is
you
it
can talk
something
about
bad
the
about
school.
somebody?
No.
No.
It's a funny
okay,
church.
'cause
I
wouldn't
mean,
put any
I mean,
names, but-
yeah, but I mean, it was high school, and I mean, we were playing this one team as our rivals, and this coach is a short coach, right? And like, I'm chirping his players, like whatever, like going back and forth, and then somehow I end up next to the bench, and like he starts saying something, like yelling at the refs or whatever. So I look at him and like start chirping him a little bit, and I'm like, "Hey, buddy, stand up when you talk to me." And he didn't like that, like, right?
I think you call him the lawn gnome
Yeah,
too.
yeah. So he got pissed, and then he was like yelling at the refs, like screaming at me. And then the next time I saw him, I was like, "Hey, buddy, stop bitching to the refs, you lawn gnome."
Yeah.
And he didn't like that one either. But I mean, we won the game. It was funny, you know. But
Yeah.
That's a
funny.
great
It-
one.
it really-
Stand up when you talk to me. That's
But the
that's
weird,
hilarious.
yeah, and I guess it's just a different. I don't know why it's like this, but if somebody said something to me on the ice that made no sense, I would know exactly what it meant.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, if somebody said something to you that made no sense, you would be like, "What are you trying to say?"
Well, see, I don't.
Maybe not you, but most
yeah,
people.
exactly. Like I take a little offense to that because like I said, I kind of pride myself on
I
understanding
think
a
that
little bit of the
I think
talk.
that there's just a lot
But
of
it's-
people that aren't creative enough with like
That's a
what words
huge-
can be
that's
used
a
for.
huge thing.
Because you could say a
Absolutely.
word to mean anything.
It's an art form, practically. Like it's It's tough to make up your own words.
And you
stuff, I
watched
mean,
a lot
know?
of Letterkenny. I feel
Yep.
like you liked that too.
That's definitely a big. Well, that's when I realized like I could understand everything they were saying in that show, and I was like, if I hadn't grown up with hockey guys around, I would be like, they are not speaking English. Like this is a completely different thing. But now I'm like, okay, this is just how people act. Like yes.
Like one term that people
Like, I've
use a
had
lot
to-
from that show is
yeah.
safety's off. Like I love that term,
Yeah.
and I feel like most people it might not make sense, but the safety can be off on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Safety's probably off right now. Not yours.
Safety, buddy. Safety's always off.
No.
Safety is
So,
always off.
you know what a wounded soldier is? Like when you wake up the next morning and you find a beer still like half full.
Yeah. Okay.
So Logar is the king of wounded soldiers. He'll buy a 6-pack for a night of drinking, and there'll be 6 wounded soldiers laying around in the morning.
No.
Yeah.
No way. Yeah, that's because I'm saving them for my breakfast beer.
So say you drank half of those beers. That means you only had 3 beers the night before, and you slept on a hardwood floor. That's not a good stat.
Yeah. Well, it's three beers, but also a bottle of liquor. That's kind of
And maybe a loco side dish.
and one loco. I mean, loco's like you start off.
Yeah,
with
you
one,
start. You always start off
You know
with
what
a loco.
I heard is that they're making like these
The
new White Claws.
Yeah,
we
people
can
are
talk
saying
about
that
this.
people
The
are saying
Surge.
they're surge. People are saying they're going to be like the new Four Loco, but I don't think
8%
there's
compared
any way
to a
that's going to happen.
14% OG4 loco. There's no way.
Yeah, I mean, and there was like things in that
Yeah, it was like cocaine.
I
and-
mean, cannot be found on this planet. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think I've ever had an original Four Loko.
no, but
I never had.
but
one.
my
that was a
thing
little
is-
before. That was a little
Yeah.
before us.
I wish I would.
we've deleted. We used to have loco nut like. what
No,
are
I
Loco
remember. I was
Mondays?
only.
Loco.
I was only at one.
Loco Mondays.
Loco
yeah.
Mondays, and just for, or maybe it was Sundays, because I feel like what would happen is like we'd all get back from like roadies like Saturday night, Sunday afternoon. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
And then we haven't. Yeah, we haven't. I haven't
Should we
drank a
get those
Four Loco.
going?
I haven't drank a Four Loco in a while. I think after this weekend, folks, I got a big weekend coming up.
Yeah, you do. Let's hear it. What do you think?
So
you think
we're
you're gonna win?
recording Wednesday. What's today? The 13th. It's the 14th.
14th.
So we're recording Wednesday the 14th. So when I get out of here, I got to go pack, and then at 11 p.m. tonight we'll depart. We're heading to St. Louis, Missouri, for national championships, for the ACHA stuff.
Nice. Let's
Yep.
go, man.
So I'm going, and we got a tough round 1 matchup, but we're gonna try to win. And if we do that, then if you win the first one, you're pretty much guaranteed.
Guaranteed the win, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So all we got to do is win the first one.
Yeah. That's all you gotta do. Just win the first one, and then
Yeah.
free championship.
Who are you playing?
Lindenwood University.
Sounds like a school for lesbians.
Yeah, I think they got what one or 3 lesbians on their team.
Yeah, I don't know about their lesbian count, but
That
I'll
didn't
check in.
come in the
it did-
report.
in the game
scouting
notes.
report?
Yeah,
No.
the game notes. There was no mention of how many lesbians
I'm
attended.
glad
Lindenwood
they took
University.
that out because back in the day that
Yeah.
used to be.
Oh, it was
that used to
number
be
1 at the
most
top
of
of
it.
the
That
game
used to
notes.
be the
the
first
school
page.
you were playing. How many lesbians?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many lesbians and how many wins and losses? Like that. How many lesbians is more
Important than wins and losses.
wins
I
and
would
losses,
actually
yeah.
say that you're probably not far off there.
Yeah.
Um,
A lot of lesbians, you're probably in trouble that day.
Yeah, but we're living in better times.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just
Okay. Well, on that note, I do think we should get into the Who Would Win of the Week.
Gotta do
and
it.
then we'll wrap this up
Okay.
here. This week's Who Would Win of the Week, kind of interesting, kind of all about being a douchebag.
Yeah, buddy.
So we have Mike Sarantino, Mike the Situation, whatever his last name is. It's like some Italian like that, Sorrento, like cheese or something.
Mhm.
But Mike the Situation versus Mark Wahlberg. Now Mark Wahlberg's been involved in a Who Would Win of the Week before as his character from the other guys. When we did the other guys, obviously, I guess that was self-explanatory. But this is Mark Wahlberg true to form, as the man he is, versus Mike the Situation. To jump right into it. Nah, you know what, Logar? I want you to kick us off.
Here we go. To kick us off with a Who Would Win of the Week, I'd just like to say both these guys You know what? It would be a tough battle. It would be a tough battle. Mark Wahlberg, he's just, I see him in Lone Survivor. That guy kicks ass. He's kind of a badass dude, But Mike, the Situation, I mean, that guy, he's a little bit out of shape now, but that guy had a freaking 12-pack at one point. So I've seen that guy bash his head into a concrete wall and break his neck on television. And he came out a different man. Then cheats on his taxes, makes it out of jail. I mean, this guy, I think this guy's something special.
He's kind of the whole package.
I think he's the real deal, James Neal, and I would personally pick Mike the Situation to win this, who would win of the week.
And this is something that came up when we were trying to figure. We stumbled upon Mike the Situation, and we were kind of trying to figure out who would be a good fight for him. And we realized that although people may think he's stupid, he's probably one of the smartest men in the world.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I didn't realize that's what we were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's...
Because this is my
Almost
thing, is
Einstein.
whenever you do something illegal, you're always eventually going to get caught. But it's really like, how long can you make it without getting caught? And Mike the Situation did a pretty damn good job, given his professional background is being a reality TV star known as Mike the Situation.
Mm-hmm.
Based off that, the fact that he was able to get away with anything for this amount of time has to show some type of intelligence, right? Another thing that I wanted to make sure was clear is in this fight, they're both wearing jeans and a white tank top. They're dressed as Dom Toretto, a.k.a. themselves.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like both of these guys are a little bit inspired by Dom Toretto. Maybe Dom Toretto inspired by them, but the lines blur.
And also, I don't know how often Mark Wahlberg gym tans and laundries, but I know that the Situation stays up on his GTL. So
yeah, look good, feel good, play good.
They had the look good, feel good, play good
This guy's coming
program.
out looking like $1 million to this fight.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg, I'm not too sure about him.
Well, let me tell you a little something about Marky Mark.
All
One,
right, let's hear it.
Gym, yes. Mark Wahlberg gets up at like 5 a.m. every day.
Pain and Gain. You ever seen it?
I love that movie.
Great
That
movie.
movie's super underrated. That movie's great.
Mm-hmm.
He gets up at 5 a.m. every day. He's
Says
doing
who?
Says fucking Mark Wahlberg and
Still,
his
to this
fucking
day?
Instagram. Yes, he does it right
Okay.
now. He put out his schedule, what he does. He works out for like
I think
2
when
hours
celebrities
and then he
do
does
that,
breakfast.
it's bullshit. I think that they say like, yeah, I'm up at 5.
That's got to, you know what? That's got to be true. But he has, man.
I'm
I
not
don't
saying
know.
he's not a.
But have you seen photos of him recently without his shirt off?
Yeah, he's always been a pretty sure.
No, I'm not saying
fucking
he's
ripped.
Oh, he's a big guy.
He's always been a big
But
He's a muscular fellow. So, Jim, Mark Wahlberg's got that locked down. Tan, no. He's a guy from Boston. The guy is not tan. Laundry, he's paying fucking probably 3 people to get the laundry done for his whole family. So he's not got to worry about that.
here's what I'll say though. Two things.
Also, I don't know. You guys know that he went to prison back in the day before he was famous?
No, I didn't know that.
in the movie Spencer Confidential,
He's got
yeah.
some street cred.
No, in the
Real life?
in real life, because his brother Donnie Wahlberg was in the group New Kids on the Block, and then Mark Wahlberg, because they would fight all the time. They were super poor and
That's what you do
in Boston.
Southeast.
They would
Yeah.
fight nonstop, and so Mark Wahlberg, I don't know what he did to go to jail. I wish I could look it up. It had something to do, he was into drugs.
It was like a
and fighting
scene out
with
of
things
it was
and
like a
stuff.
scene out of Good Will Hunting when they pull up on
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Goodwill Hunting.
Sorry.
The way you
Fuck
said
you.
that was.
Here's what I'll say though. Maybe in his past he did some sketchy shit, but Mark Wahlberg now, 2 things. One, he's displayed on a tough guy in a lot of movies, but a lot of times people who play tough guys in movies aren't necessarily the toughest guys because it's all an act.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Mike the Situation, he's not in a movie. This is reality TV. We're seeing this content live. This is who he is as a person. 2, Mark Wahlberg once made a comment saying that he was supposed to be on the plane that like on 9/11, and that if he was on the plane, it would have gone down differently.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
And then he's since apologized for it. I'm not calling him out for the comment. What I'm saying though is if you come out and make that comment, chances are if you were on the plane, you're the first person to go hide behind like the last row of seats. Like he wasn't doing shit. in my opinion. I wouldn't do shit. I'm
You know
not saying I
what?
would have, but he wasn't
Yeah.
doing shit.
I don't know if he would, but I think that's a good call. That somebody trying to be boastful about that or something is definitely trying to prove something, right? And maybe he isn't. Maybe it's got something. Maybe he feels like he's soft now because he definitely didn't grow up soft.
And now
At
he's
least
this
that we
famous
know of.
Hollywood
But-
actor.
Exactly. So now he's like, I gotta really like keep.
So,
But also maybe that's what like him trying to prove that he's tough and stuff. That might also be like what sells some tickets for him, right? Because the guy puts butts in seats. The guy sells tickets.
yeah, so does Mike the Situation, but Mike the Situation does it in real fucking life. Mark Wahlberg does it on a production studio.
Yeah. When
Mike
I'm
the
saying
Situation makes shit happen.
I'm agreeing with you that like
they call him
maybe
the Situation. He lives for situation.
he lives for situations.
He's always involved. Every situation he's involved in. Mark Wahlberg wants to be. Mark Wahlberg is a wannabe Mike the Situation. And I love
That's
Mark
a fair
Wahlberg.
statement.
Don't get me wrong, I love Mark Wahlberg, but comparing him to Mike the Situation, I think Mark Wahlberg almost comes in and Mike the Situation makes him look like a bitch. And Mike the Situation is also kind of a bitch, but in
That's
a
what I was
different way.
thinking. Okay.
Mike the Situation's a bitch because he needs to have his hair gel and his clean shoes and stuff like
Mm.
that. But when he goes out and he's fist pumping and the juices are flowing, whatever, Ronnie starts acting off, cheating on his girl with somebody else's girl.
Nice.
That dude pulls up. Who's there? But the Situation.
Situation. With his 8-pack of abs.
Yeah.
And no t-shirt on.
Yeah. He definitely has more abs than Mark Wahlberg.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg's pretty abby.
He might be fat now though.
He
Mike
is. He
Situation.
is a little. He's got a dad bod now.
But we
He's a
can
dad,
say that it
you
was
know?
like.
Prime-
but also, Prime Mark, if we're doing both of them in their primes, Prime Mark Wahlberg was, I'm telling you,
Yeah,
he
he's a
was
big dude.
super cut.
No, I'm not saying.
We gotta go
I
prime
am.
against prime. I think there's a time where
I,
Mike was.
yeah,
juicing
I'm
a
not
little.
Yeah.
saying I am not discrediting Mark Wahlberg's physique at all. That's a beautiful man, and he's definitely it's like especially that like dude Pain and Gain because he owns a gym in
Yeah.
the movie. He's humongous
I
in that
think
movie.
I think that there's probably a different approach here because if
but
Mark
here's the
Wahlberg-
other thing.
Can I just
Okay.
expand on that a little bit? If Mark Wahlberg, like they're both used to, I think, at least in Mark Wahlberg's past, getting into fights with strangers, right? Situation would be, at a club or something, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
And then Mark Wahlberg, who knows, just somewhere in the street. There's got to be a difference there in like how you fight in those
Fighting
situations,
style?
right? Yeah. So I think that would be
I
kind of
don't
each of their
think
styles.
I don't see. I think that a lot of times street fights and bar fights are different fights, but not in their case because Prime Situation, Jersey Shore, when they were fighting, I don't think that there was like a set of unwritten rules and a level of respect in those fights, right?
Yeah.
And whereas usually a lot of times people that are street fighters have like a set of unwritten rules, with the exception of the sick fucks of South Boston who just fight for fun. There's no rules out there. So I think that neither of these dudes necessarily has a set of rules. The other thing is the Situation's not that much tall. He's only a couple inches taller than Mark Wahlberg, but Mark Wahlberg has short arms. You ever notice that?
No.
Yeah, he does. Next time you see Mark Wahlberg, look at his arms. Like his arms are like up by his hips almost. Like his hands
His
are
hands
like
are by his hips.
he doesn't have long arms.
How tall is he?
He's 5'9".
Huh.
Mike's Situation's 5'11",
Huh.
which means 6 foot if we go by Andrew's math.
No, but just by a lot of people's math.
And you.
No. Not
Okay,
me.
so at the end of the day, I'm gonna go with Logar here. I'm gonna take Mike's Situation,
I think I'm.
and it's no disrespect to Mark Wahlberg.
No,
But
suck
we
it,
know
Mark
he's
Wahlberg.
watching.
I like Mark Wahlberg, and if he was fighting anybody
Yeah.
else, I would probably
We
take.
had a lot of last week. Mark said, "Suck it,
I'll
Tom
go-
Cruise. Suck it, Mark. We're going
I'll
after
go with
Hollywood."
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg's
You-
not yelling at anybody about COVID. Yo, Mark Wahlberg probably hates masks. I feel like Mark Wahlberg's like no
yeah, he's
masks.
gotta be
I feel like he's
anti-
an anti. Well, his fucking brother's married to that what's her name? Who's like the
Oh, yeah,
big
what's her
anti-vax lady, Jen something. She's fucking a coach on The Masked Singer.
I
I
don't
know I'm not giving you any
anything
clues.
about-
I'm just saying.
I-
I'm trying to
I-
remember for myself.
I've never turned
People
on the
who
mask.
know-
The
who
only thing I
listen
know about the Masked Singer is that whoever we were talking about last week got voted off the Masked Singer
Oh, yeah.
last week. Remember?
Yeah, I don't.
Mark was telling us.
Somebody, maybe Guy Fieri, But
no.
But I think I'm going to go with Mark Wahlberg. I just think that Mark Wahlberg will still have enough in him, and and I think he's strong enough to beat him. I feel like
I think that Mark Wahlberg would be a really good boxer.
Right?
I think he would be a really good boxer.
He's a dancer, right? He's light on his feet. I feel like he can finagle himself around.
Feet.
For real, I feel like that guy. I feel like there's no way that's true.
No, he's light on his
especially
feet
after the neck thing. I feel like that guy's got to be real stiff.
He don't give a fuck about his neck.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, there's some things he can't control.
He didn't even pay his taxes. You think he cares about his neck?
I guess not.
So Andy loses again, 2-1.
Nah, I think Mark Wahlberg's gonna. I think when we do the poll, Mark Wahlberg's gonna.
I just don't think you can't vote against the situation.
Yeah, you can't vote. That's what you don't take into consideration. That you can't vote against the situation.
I did not consider that. Okay.
Yeah.
But you did.
Yeah, but I'm still going to.
I wouldn't be surprised if you get an unsolicited call from Mike.
Yeah, the situation
I know he's a listener.
is more likely to find you than Mark Wahlberg. So.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's almost less scary.
Want to know why?
Because he's got more time on his hands.
No, he's going to hear this and he's going to think, fuck, we got ourselves a situation.
Yep.
Nailed it. Perfect way to end the who would win. And we should probably wrap up.
Yeah, we're going to wrap up. I feel like I had one more thing to say. Oh, you said that you could fight Mark Wahlberg?
I dummy him, yeah.
If you can't even beat me in a fight, how are you going to beat Mark Wahlberg in a fight?
Oh, first of all, I can beat you in a fight.
See, this is what we should have if we do that whole fighting thing. You guys should be on the ticket.
We don't real fight, though.
Okay. Well.
I mean, yeah, because you're scared.
All he does is go for my ass.
Whatever works, buddy.
True.
That's fair.
Whatever works.
Whatever works.
It's actually, if you see that, and this is the thing that Dana White proposition, because the best way to get out of like a submission or like being like grappled up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is like just 2-finger stab somebody's asshole.
Yeah. Oh, they're clenching.
Do they do that?
They can't. I don't think you can. But I'm saying you should be able to. It'd make fights last a lot longer.
Well, I don't know about that.
Either that or there's a whole new field of training for UFC fighters.
And you're going to be the head coach.
No. Logar, maybe.
You got to get knuckles deep, boys. We're going knuckles deep today.
Yeah, hey, listen. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. And that right there is why I know that you've never beaten me in anything, because you don't have what it takes. If it came down to it, your fingers are going. You're too scared to put your fingers in my ass.
Yeah, you know what? You got me there.
Exactly.
You got to be able to put your fingers in
if
his ass.
you
wait, hold on. You're talking like you're not wearing pants. Like
if that's what it takes.
If that's what it takes.
If in the fight somebody's pants come off, but at the same time the only way that you can win that fight is to go in a bare ass, and you have to go in a bare ass.
I don't know, man. The North won the war, man. You can't be sticking your finger up your brother's butt. That's not the way to do it.
I'm not saying I want to put my fingers in your ass.
You better not be. I'm staying on this side of. That's why we don't do it on the same sides of the table.
Well, you got to be prepared to do it if it comes up.
Do you have what it takes kind of thing.
Yeah.
And obviously
in that situation, I would not.
Okay, so you don't want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe. This is what it sounds like.
No, I'm talking. Well, yeah, man. I don't know. I really don't know if I can speak to that. I think that ultimately, it would if that was the only way out. I think it would. It would just happen because it's like when you are drowning, right? And then your lungs just like have to breathe. It's just like an instinctual thing that happened. It would be like you have to do it.
Like they're your only way out of this fight. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I can't be held responsible for that.
Yeah. Well, there's only one true test for pure masculinity. It's a game. We're not going to talk about it, but it exists.
Yeah. Someday we should talk about it.
exists.
But I don't know. It's a secret game.
See,
that game. If we start talking about that game, though, I feel like that is like some Bohemian Grove shit.
The thing is people are gonna want footage. They're gonna want some.
That's true. They're definitely.
They're not gonna understand it.
I bet you. I feel like it'd be big on the internet. That game.
Oh yeah,
if you put it in the right place, you'd probably have to put it on Pornhub. I guess couldn't put it on YouTube. I don't think, but.
Well, on that note,
Yeah, just leave the people in suspense. I mean, we
Yeah. We're not. Yeah. That's.
no, it's
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
it's not my
Andy.
place to say.
Thanks for coming on.
Yep. Thanks, pal.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me.
He also goes by Wayne Glensky, Andy Adataki.
Yep.
He
Yeah,
goes,
say- follow
Seagar.
him on
A lot of
Instagram.
people call him Seagar.
Nice.
Yeah.
Some people, yeah. I've heard that one before.
Yeah. And the last thing I'll say is, although he's one of my very good friends and we enjoy having him on, it's been confirmed per sources that Andrew Logar ultimately is not the guy. So do with that information what you will. I'm not saying I'm the guy. I'm not saying Canada is the guy, but Andrew Logar, confirmed per sources, is not the guy.
No, I am the guy. I am the guy.
You know what? Do you know what you're supposed to do if you think you're the guy and somebody else says they're the guy?
You got to take him out.
No.
Oh,
You know what to do.
Yeah. If
you got to stick
if you
their,
are
you
the
got to
guy,
stick your finger
No,
in
there's
their
no
butthole?
ass play in this.
Oh, okay.
if you're the guy and someone else says that they're the guy and you're actually the guy, you got to go sit down, Indian style, on the thruway in front of traffic.
Yep, crisscross applesauce.
Yep.
Those are the rules, folks.
And then you're the guy.
Then you're the guy.
Nobody can say
That
that
makes
you're
sense
not
to
the
me.
guy if you do that.
You know, that's like the new version of, like, you know, standing in the middle of a stampede, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing
Yeah.
as
It's like the running of the bulls.
running of the bulls, except you're not running.
No.
Nope.
You're taking it face on. All right, Wayne, thanks for coming on. Thanks for hanging out with us. Super, what's the word I was going to say?
Good?
I was going to say not relevant,
good.
but I don't know. Andy, I
Nailed
love you.
Love you too.
Let's get out of here. See,
Let's
I said
do
it
it.
for
Love
you.
you too.
Because sometimes you do a weird pause.
Yeah, I know.
But say it now.
Anyways, let's get out of here. Selling Let's Get Out of Here shirts. Oh, follow me on the Clubhouse so we can do the Who Would Win.
Teespring.com. All right, thanks, guys.
There we go.